Dual rear. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. I'm in the midst of trying to figure out what the heck just happened. In the pre-show, we were bailing. We were having ourselves a good old time using the straw harvest. And then my tractor just went into vanished. It just vanished. I was driving it, and then my screen went black. No idea where it went. It's gone. It's gone forever. All my stuff. Quite disappointing. So we're just gonna make do and start all over and try to fix it. Oh my gosh. Now we have to let me see here. We gotta add some money back in. We gotta try to get ourselves back financially from this fiasco. Sold vehicles. Hold on, I gotta figure some stuff out here. 345, 450 is what we spent. 157,084. So, all right, I need to give myself 188,366 back. Yeah, that was the right screen. 188,366. Okay. And then well, we spent some money. I shouldn't have had to lease this twice. So that's 16,269. And this is 1508. So that's 17,777. I need to get money back for that. All right, that is not where we were. We were, quite frankly, we were about $100,000 better than that. That's close to where we were. But yeah, it's like my baler went in the black hole. All right, I don't have my music. Hold on. Stupid Windows. Windows, you blows. There, now we got some music. Music in my ear. See, Dale the Gamer, once that countdown went away, the fog of war went away too. Well, that's good to hear. Welcome to the partner program. Let's get back to it. Oh, Walter, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. Wouldn't mind seeing lubrication be part of the standard fare in whatever comes next. Well, I don't know where we were with. That's odd. Oh, there's my. That's where they launched. Where the tires go. There they are. Look, that's where. Shoo. You see the tire marks? That's where they just pew went straight up in the sky. All right, anyway. We just had a brief moment of confusion, but it's all good. It's all good. We've recovered. We recovered. All we were in first person view. We were in this view, and then suddenly our view went black. We saw nothing. We jumped out of the vehicle and never saw it again. Couldn't tap to it. It was nowhere on the map to be found. Thus, we couldn't even return it to the shop. Oh, Farmer G says I was at 436 before the crash. Okay. We will fix that. It's lower than I thought I was at, but okay. 436. So, all right. Minus. I want to deduct. Remove money, stupid. Here we go. 99,000. 436, 390. 436, 370. Ah, well, we got 20 bucks for all our pain and suffering. How about that? Thank you for going back and looking. So I'm glad the lubrication mod works with lots of base game stuff now. When it first came out, it was like, seemed like it didn't work with hardly anything. How are you doing, Blue Butterfly, by the way? Oh, like that. Hold on, I'll be right back. We're back. Realistic damage mod system. When did that come out? It's been out a little bit. So the only big bugs I ran into personally with Straw Harvest during the where are we at? Oh, look how far back we are. All right, we got that. Oh, so we don't have. I got my tractor back. Hold on. Yep, I got my tractor came back, but okay. All right. So, a couple things of note that I think I've learned from this is one, better collect. That, and in my testing, I kind of ran into this too. The baler with the Bale collect does not like uneven terrain and does not like to be turned tightly. That's what I've run into. And what just happened kind of answers that same thing. And what did we say? 17777. There. Oh, okay. I don't know, mods are, there's so many mods out now. It's literally a full-time job trying to keep up with it. I think DJ Gohem would tell you that. All right, back 240. Is it Groundhog Day? That was last week. Feels an awful lot like Groundhog Day. Does it not? I don't remember. Did they say we were going to have... What did the hog do? Did the hog see himself? I was going to save the game. I don't remember if I did. I am now. What, Donald, are you telling me? Are you telling me that a groundhog has no power over the duration of winter and spring? I think you're making that junk up. Groundhogs have all types of mystical powers. That's why they live in a hole. I mean, how do you think their hole never floods and it rains? Because they have mystical powers. If they didn't have any mystical powers, they would have drowned centuries ago. Alright, we're going to stay away from that big dip. And see if that helps us. Oh, how many contracts can you use safely at one time without causing... Well, you can have up to 3 contracts open at a time in the base game. Now, of course, there's mods that let you take out more than that. I don't know what you mean by safely. I mean, it's not like the game's gonna crash. And as long as you manage harvest contracts well, then you won't run into too many issues. Big thing with multiple harvest contracts is the game's not super good at keeping track of which fields you're harvesting and therefore which contract you're satisfying when you dump grain at, let's say, a sell point that will accept different contracts of the same crop, right? So let's say you have 3 wheat contracts and they all go to the same place. Well, just because you're harvesting field 1 doesn't mean that that crop is going to go toward field 1's contract. It might go toward field 3's contract. So, right, you might get a notice that field 3's contract satisfied, but you haven't even started working on it yet. So the key is just complete all the harvest contracts before you turn any of them in. Fieldwork contracts work a whole lot better because, well, obviously, the field you're working on is the field you're going to get credit for. But just in general, if you have multiple harvest contracts, either set them up with different crops, set them up so they go to different sell points, or if they share things, go back to wait until you do them all and then collect them all in. Same with like multiple Bale contracts. Bales for one field may get attributed to bales or contracts for another field. No problem, Gregory, no problem. We're here to help everyone out. Collectively, we've had it all happen. Oh my gosh. When will this coughing end? That's what I want to know. It's done fine until the weather got warm. Then it got cool again. And then it got warm again. And now I got this nasty congestion. Oh, yeah, that too. Now you'll work. Well, I had a nagging cough there for a while. I think back in 2022. Then mostly cleared up. This, I've got junk in my throat. And I just can't get it out. What the heck is going on? Alright, well, we'll fix this. An interesting feature of this swather is with the conditioner added, since it's technically windrowing, it likes to windrow things you've already driven over. So we'll just move it. So as you can see, we are shifting the windrow over. For the most part. That's why with this one I like to do the outside. I then collect the outside and then do my up and downs, because then I'm not driving over the windrows and messing it all up. Oh, Aaron G311. I am using a NVIDIA 3080. I do have a video I published November of 22, when the Platinum expansion released in November of 22, where I go over my graphics settings. And they have pretty much not changed since. So if you've got a card anywhere as close to a 3080. And then maybe take a look at that video. To see if those settings may help you out any. At least with turning up fidelity up, turning up the view distance and things like that. I thought maybe I could ship this over, but that's not working out, so we just won't bother with it. What type of car do you have, Aaron G309? Or G311? Farmer G, we missed you on Wreckfest. Friday night. And Saturday night we finished. We finished our multiplayer Baldur's Gate 3 run after 4 months. 4.5 months. So Saturday night is now free again. So I'm going to be coming up with what can we do on a Saturday night now. I find it interesting our tractor came back to us at the shop. It's like it was lost and found, and it says, you know, if found, return to the dealer for where it came from. We'll get in contact with the owner. Makes me wonder if I bought the Baler and Bale collector, if they would have done that too. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. I've, I used to have a 960 a long time ago. Then I bought a 1070 Ti. In fact, I still have that card. But, it's not been used in a long time. I think a 4060. 4060 is, I think, close to 3080 performance. I think. I don't know. I don't keep track of card performances that much right now because I'm really not in the market. At least not to replace this one. But something that I have been kind of going down the rabbit hole on, dangerous, expensive rabbit hole, is handheld Windows devices. Well, Donald, I'm sure you got something newer than a 980. I mean, at this point, the 980 is like 5 generations back. Yeah, probably not the current card, but the 4060 for sure. So when you get the 4060, go look up my video and do the settings. Run around for a little while. Because when you load in for the very first time with new graphics drivers, you know, it's going to stutter a little bit as it builds out as it builds out the cache, not the cache, yeah, the shader cache. Same things happens whenever you change your settings, right? If you jump in, it's all stuttery for a little bit, right? But you don't want to freak out too hard. Don't freak out too hard. Just give it 5 or so minutes, let it settle down, and you'll be good to go. Well, Farmer G, that is not the 8000 APU. That one's for desktops. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So, oh, we will. Because we're about to get down there to a dip. So the 8600, 8700, if that's what you're talking about, those are desktops. They draw a lot of power. But there's going to be some 8000 laptop APUs coming out soon that are going to be pretty darn good, but they're basically the same as the current 7000 laptop APUs with some AI tweaked into them. So yeah, like the APU that the Steam Deck has, the APU that the ROG Ally has, then there's the Ally Extreme, or the Z1 and the Z Extreme or something. Any rate, I was going down the rabbit hole of those, and I came across these little mini computers. They like fit in the palm of your hand. They're like a 6x6 block. Any rate, they've got those same CPUs in them. And like they're dirt cheap. Well, I mean relatively. Compared to a laptop, they're dirt cheap. But you can pick one up with without memory and without a hard drive for like $400. So yeah, we got some coming. I got one coming in the mail. I'm eager because one, I want to see how does Farm Sim run on it. It's not going to look like this, but I think it will run Farm Sim to some degree. Should be better than that, and then the 980. And then also I want to see, because they have built-in AV1 encoding and decoding support. So from a creator standpoint, if I get a capture card, I could I could have this little box do my stream capture and encoding for like next to nothing. Like the cost of a, or less than the cost of a secondary graphics card. So I'm gonna have to try it out. I'll have to let y'all know. It's gonna be a couple weeks. Just hit stateside. Then we're gonna be going for a week with the farm show. The 2060 is gonna, I mean, it probably runs decent. Still. I would say if you're satisfied. Oh, that's great. Where we drop that off. If you're satisfied with it now, wait. Wait until the 5000 series. Hard thing is these GPUs these days are just sucking up power like it's going out of style. And as such, you need to make sure your power supply is up to the snuff. I think a 4060 pulls like up maybe upwards of 200 watts. William Rhodes, what is up? How you doing, sir? How's it going? They're power-hungry little buggers these days. My system has been known to pull 500, 600 from the wall when it's working. And the 4000 series is just as power hungry, if not more. Right now, that's NVIDIA's answer to get more performance, is to throw more juice at it. Yeah, power hungry and overpriced. But sadly, until the demand dries up, they'll keep the price where it is. Right? So the only way we can make the price drop is to collectively, as consumers, just stop buying. And when they can't move product, prices will drop. Because the store, well, shelf space is valuable. And if you got product that's not moving, that means there's product that you could move that you can't put up on the shelf. Walter, I did. I bought a few. I've got a problem. I have to admit it. I bought one, and then there was a really cool announcement, and I bought a second one, and then I found a really good deal, and I bought a third one. Eek. But I got maybe use cases for all of them. So one's gonna replace my laptop as my home office machine. Web browsing, light gaming, video watching, because right now, if I'm traveling, laptop's with me, and that leaves nothing at the house for anyone else, because no one touches the gaming setup. They know better. So that puts a system back at the house that basically doesn't cost much, and they can use, and it's going to be pretty powerful to go. One of them is going to be, I'm going to try and see how it works. One of them can be a unit that comes with me on the road, and it could be either an encoding box or a capture box, because when I'm on the road, any recording I do is done on the laptop. And, well, if I can offload the capture to a different box, that's all the better, right? So these things I can toss in a book bag, I can toss in a suitcase. Bluetooth wire keyboard, you know, USB-C cable to a capture card, done. And the third little box is an older generation that, quite frankly, I can just mess around with because I'm an IT guy. And I can mess around with. Well, Will, my son's 10 and he has 2 laptops. And the poor kid, and he's got a Switch. Well, in his room, the Switch is in his room. The laptops, he doesn't really have a good desk area in his room right now. So both laptops are on the dining room table. And he's got my old laptop, which has got a 2060 in it. And a 5000 series AMD CPU. It's got like 8 cores, 16 thread, 16 gigs of RAM. It's a very capable machine all in its own right. So that's his gaming computer. And then he's got an old work laptop that I brought from work that he uses to watch videos and stuff on. So he'll be gaming and have the other laptop playing a video. He's 10 and he's multitasking. Any rate. So yeah. So the first one I bought is, hold on. Why is that slow to load? Here it is. This is the first one I bought. It's the least powerful one. So it's a 5700U 8-core 16-thread mobile chip using last gen integrated graphics. It's not mass production yet. It's in an Indiegogo campaign. I haven't gotten it yet, so I can't comment on it. Other than I'm waiting to get it. It's kind of modeled after the original Macintosh stand-up Mac, right? Kind of a cool retro vibe to it. It would make an extremely good light use machine. Like anything other than video editing and gaming, that thing can do. At next to zero power usage. Then they announced this. And let's just say I had to have it. I had to have it. Because it looks like a little NES. And it's got a screen on it. And the little door in the front pops up to get to the ports. And it's just so cute. So yeah. So that just shipped. It probably won't be here until the end of the month. Because it's coming from, China. That's got the 7940 something. Right? With current gen mobile graphics. So that one I suspect could probably run games pretty okay on 1080p, medium settings. We'll just mess around with it and see how it does with Farm Sim, some other stuff. And again, it's just going to sip on the power, right? It's going to pull like a 75 watt light bulb. You won't even know it's been turned on, right? And then I gotta pull up an email. And then the last thing I ordered. Oh shoot. Well, that's funny. Okay. All right, we need to pull this up. Hold on. It's making me log into the site I don't have the password for right now. Okay, so here we go. The last one I ordered, and probably the first one I'll get, is very, very similar to the second one, without any fancy like gimmicks, like no screen and little pop-up doors and everything. And I got that for $400 after shipping. No memory, no hard drive. Right, so you gotta supply your own memory, you gotta supply your own M.2. But again, it's pretty much the same as the cutesy one with the display. Sax Daddy, what is up? How are things going? That one's stateside. Hopefully I'll have that one by the end of the week, and I can take it with me to Kentucky. Because like I said, those 7,000 CPUs, they have AV1 encode and decode in them. And I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Yep, they're using DDR5 laptop modules. But the laptop RAM is no slouch. Right, this is not slow stuff. Well, David, I got that off AliExpress. That's where I actually got it from. So again, I don't have it yet. So until I have it, I don't have it, right? So I can't be super excited about it yet. None of them will take a capture card. It's going to have to be a USB-C capture card. It'll have to be external. The other rabbit hole I've been going down recently is retro gaming emulation. And all of those would emulate old gen consoles really well. You know, growing up, we had I had a Sega Genesis. And well, I think like the last one, and maybe the second one is USB-C powered. So quite frankly, anything, right? Get a USB-C cable that does power delivery and shove 60 some watts down it, and it'll boot up. All right, let's just park this here. So, yeah. Playing with tech is my other big passion. Lucky I get to play with other people's tech at work. Right? I get to buy a whole lot of expensive tech at work. Not on my dime. And I'm halfway justifying this. Because like everywhere else, budgets are being squeezed like you know, sweating to the 80s workout tapes. And I kind of want to see if these little minis might be viable office machines, quite honestly. You know, if I can buy 100 office machines at $500 a pop, and they be reliable, that would be outstanding. So we'll see. I'll report back in a few weeks. I'll report back after I get them. I'm kind of curious to see how they run. Farm Sim. And I've watched some videos. Most of the videos are dealing with, you know, games that I don't play. Or retro emulation titles. It'd make a great streaming box for like the living room, right? You can just stick it in a TV cabinet, stick it under the TV somewhere. Hell, you could hide it behind the TV. Super low power units like that are good for digital signage. You can buy some little Celeron powered units that run digital signage really well. So, I was thinking about that earlier. I need to go buy a capture card. Yeah, think about the space it would save, right? Oh, how's it working for you? How's it working for you, David? Or did you literally just get it? The other day I was streaming, right? I think it was Friday night. I was streaming Friday night. We were doing Wreckfest over on the other channel. I got done streaming and I looked outside like I typically do before I go to bed, and there was this pile of packages. They weren't there at like 7 o'clock. They're like 10 o'clock. It's like, where the hell did these come from? Amazon delivering late. Any rate, back to those little minis. Like I said, what started all this was CES shows coverage. I'll admit it. And seeing the MSI Claw, right? That's got an Intel chip in it, and Intel graphics. And then I started looking around. I saw these little minis. I saw basically they're running the same chip or equivalent chip to like the ROG stuff. And ever since the Steam Deck came out, I thought that that was a perfect device for like a console player that wanted a console-like experience because it's running curated Linux, SteamOS, but have the freedom of PC gaming, right? So, yeah, I want to kind of see how Farm Sim runs on those things. See how a couple other things run on those things. Oh, we're good, David. We're good. Oh, you think we're flying now? That's getting capped. Right now we're booking it. You're thinking of going back to Forza, or are you asking me? I'm done. I'm done with Forza. Forza is forever done for me. At least, whatever version is out now. Is it 5? Horizon 5, is that what's out now? No, I'm not. Forza Horizon was became too much of just a grind fest. Show up, do the weekly things, and then what? And at that point, it feels like too much like work. Like, oh, I gotta get in and do my weekly Forza. Well, what if you can't do your weekly Forza? Then like, you know. Well, if you can't do one week, then might as well just not do any of the weeks. Well, like Alma, good enough to play it, right? I don't play maps I really don't like, so. Honestly, for me, playing a map is about as high praise as you're going to get. Because I've looked at a ton of maps. And I don't play on a ton of maps. I play on very few. Right? So, to get to the level of playing on it, it's already bested a lot. Now, that's not to say that I don't like every other map. Some maps get excluded for just physical size. They're just too darn big for me to be able to deal with in the time that I have to play. Straw Harvest, I like it. I've liked it since FS17 came out. I think they got a couple little bugs to fix in this release. I don't know if they've announced working on if they have any estimate on when they might have an update out. But honestly, it's only been out for a couple weeks now, so I wouldn't really expect an update too quick. I used the self-propelled Baler for quite a long time. Way after the Vermeer pack came out. I think it's fine. The thing is absolutely massive in real life. I had an opportunity to see one for real at the National Farm Machine Show last year. We're going to be going back next week, and hopefully you'll be there again. Something I didn't know until I went to the show, and something that really no one talks about with that is that you can actually detach. You can detach the baling module from the drive module. And you could attach to a different bale module. Now, it's not like you could attach to a square bale module, although that would be pretty damn awesome. But I guess, I mean, theoretically, if they made a Baler wrapper combo module, you could back up to that thing and hook up to it. Or if you had, you know, one, I guess, Baler that was set up one way and one was set up another way. But they had a video at the farm show last year that showed a guy basically detaching the Baler unit from the drive unit and driving off and then backing up to a different one and attaching to it. Oh, Walter, sorry to hear that. Let me see if I can do something about that. I don't think I can change anything now on it. Let me see, do I have that? Yeah, so this, right? So this right here, there's like these hookups. And you can unhook this thing. And this whole part comes free. This whole part right here. Because it is basically, see this 605N, right? It is basically this 605N, right? So you chop that part off, right? And you imagine this slotting into here. Chunk. Right, there you go. Bam. So imagine if you didn't have this, what could you else put there? It's like a whole ecosystem. We'll go fill us up with fuel if it's going to be beeping at me constantly. Glad you're enjoying the premium edition. Are you on Sri Lanka or are you on a different map? Langer, what is up, sir? What is up? You know what else we forgot to do today? I got all disjointed when my Baler vanished right before the real show started. This video is brought to you by Mervin Knotts and Galcomp Gamer. Thank you for being farm barons. Oh. Oh, in Elm Creek, okay. Yeah, it would be neat to have one power unit, right? And have different modules you can hook up to. Maybe I'll ask the guy. Maybe I'll ask the Vermeer guy at the show. If there's a chance at ever getting other, like, implement attachments for that thing, it'd be so cool. Oh, Langer Iron, I know, right? Reminds me of when we had the wonderful not straw, but the water spigot from GTX back in FS 17 and 19. Right, where we could just install the water spigot. You just go up, you click on it, and it would fill your water trough up, and you go off about your day. Merry, not a care in the world. The beeping is a mod that's telling me that I'm running low on fuel, basically. And it'll keep beeping until I go for refuel. At which we will do after we're done mowing here. Yeah. You know, he didn't bring it out for 22 because the sheds had water in them automatically. Right? But they all don't. David, what I'm looking for is a monitor stand dock. If you know of a nice one that's not overly expensive. I found one on Amazon, but they wanted $200 for it. I said that was like $150 too much. But on the office setup, I want to raise the monitor up. I think the monitor's too low. My shoulders and back get a little tight if I sit there a long time. And of course, you know, you can never have enough ports. Zachary, I have no idea if I'll be using the shed pack when it comes out, because I have no idea what the shed pack looks like. I assume they're spamming Facebook with it, of which I don't use Facebook, so I have no idea. I also don't follow anybody. And I've learned through the years to not pay any attention to anything that's not out until it's out. Because honestly, until it's out, it's vaporware. And there's been plenty of things that were supposedly coming that never show up. So I've learned to keep my expectations neutral. Let's say that. Yeah. Facebook is the reason that the world is full of hatefulness. I mean, we weren't all peace, love, and marriage before Facebook. But we sure as hell aren't peace, love, and marriage after Facebook. There, now it's not gonna be. Oh, well, yeah, on your smartphones, right? I mean, so this is completely different topic, but yeah, when I went to college, oh my freaking god, 32 years ago. Yeah, we had cable TV. Like one in two people had a TV in their room. You know those giant CRTs that weighed like 40 pounds? Yeah, we carried those up the steps. 3 flights of steps. Any rate, nowadays, right? They don't have, well, they have TVs, but it's not for watching cable TV. It's for streaming stuff off the internet or playing games. If they even do that. My 10-year-old watches videos on his laptop screen or on his phone. I got a college student. She watches videos either on her laptop screen or on her phone. She'll sit in a chair for hours on end and watch something on her phone, when she could go downstairs and watch it on a 40-some inch LCD. It's just people want to watch things differently now. Right? So we just consume content differently. And it's a different style of content too. Right? It's much more shorter form content and almost less informative content, in my opinion. Feels like people would rather watch a shorter video that contains next to no real content than a longer video that explains things in great detail. And then they come and ask questions. And then you're like, I explained all that. Oh, I didn't watch it, dude, because you're an old man and you talk too slow. Well, then go back and watch something else. Because clearly, that's where you're not getting your information from, right? Yeah, we're renovating a building, a dorm, and we need some space in a closet. So the guys are like, they want to put the card system where the cable TV is now. I'm like, that's fine, just cut all the cable TV out. It's not like we'll ever have cable TV again. The cable company sure as heck isn't coming back to get any of that equipment. They haven't used it for 30 years. For you, you can play the videos at 0.5 speed. Everyone else, they're like, if you play it at 2 speed, it's tolerable. I was reading an article I guess it was about, I don't even know who Gen Z is anymore. I think it was about Gen Zers telling Gen Xers the things that the Gen Xers lived through didn't really happen. And the Gen Xers are like, what? And they're like explaining things. They're like, no, I don't believe it. That didn't really happen. Said it the other day, technology is making society dumber. And I've said for years, the movie Idiocracy was not a comedy, it was a documentary about the future. And it was only hidden as a comedy. Yeah, Comcast still uses cable, but who has Comcast? Who actually has cable? Not very many. I can tell you when we turned cable TV off in the dorms, a total of 0 people knew about it. And a total of 0 people asked for it to be turned back on. Because no one cared. Because the idea of having to go somewhere and you can only watch content at that place is completely foreign to anyone younger than 25. I don't know about. I've never watched The Simpsons really. I never could get into them. You see, chat. You see what David just asked. You could say that. So the stream started. We were bailing. And next thing you know, my screen went black. I could still hear the baler. It was as if we were still driving. But the screen went black. I tabbed out of the baler and could never come back into it. The tractor, the baler, it was gone. Rabbit Raw with a 32-month membership. No idea. I think I saw some tire marks that basically took a 90-degree turn and went straight up into the sky. All I know is I must have launched it into orbit, into another dimension. So we bought a new tractor, leased a new baler, got back up and running, and then over here we were baling, and you notice how I've got this here. We came down here, and then like the whole game went crazy. So we started over for a second time. And it's been okay since. I mean, remember when if you were doing anything and it was, let's say, Friday night. It was 8 o'clock, and if you weren't home, well, whatever was on air at 8 o'clock on Friday night, you better hope you catch the rerun in the summertime, because it's done. You missed it, right? If you weren't home to watch it, or if you weren't in front of someone else's TV to watch it, you better hope you catch the rerun in the summertime, because that's it. You'll never see it again. People like, hey, what are you doing Saturday night? Oh, I'm watching TV, dude. Because, like, V is coming on. And V was an awesome miniseries, by the way. It's about lizard people that, you know, hid their face with masks. And they ate rats. And they were invading the Earth. And it was really freaky for a kid growing up in the 80s. Miniseries, you know, whatever happened to the miniseries? That was some good stuff. Like I would, well, that we just totally messed that stack up. Right? You'd be like, oh, I wonder what the miniseries is going to be this year. Well, at least that's how I was. Being kind of a nerdy kid, like there was the blue and the gray, that was a miniseries, that was cool. Right? It was like movie night. For like 3 or 4 nights in a row. No, we don't get that anymore. Yeah, light bright, you know. Get a kid a pegboard with a light underneath of it. And a black piece of paper. And say, go to town. You know, it's funny about Friends. So my daughter, she's in college. She loves the Friends. She thinks the show's great. And she thinks it's weird that her dad and her mom, like, watched it. Like, you know, when it first came. When it first was a thing. She thinks it's weird that we, like watched the same show. Like, you know, decades apart. But so yeah, it's a show that transcends the generation and the decade for which it was created. You don't get shows like that anymore. Oh, wait, what? In Australia, you had movie night? Like real new movies came out on TV? Like, instead of going to the theater, you could just wait till Sunday night and watch it on TV? Yeah, the actor that did Chandler. He suffered with addiction, and I think I think that's what took him in. Oh, who doesn't know how to whistle the Andy Griffith Show song? Right. There's always a conspiracy against kids, right? They have the movie on Sunday night, but they know the kids got to get up for school. I don't even remember when I got home from school. I had to ride the bus. And the bus ride was pretty long. David seems to know all about these naughty movies. Oh, is this what the hell just happened? Oh, that's what just happened. That is exactly what just happened. Yeah, we're just running along and it went black. Thankfully, I saved a couple minutes ago, and I forced quit the game, right? So I didn't go to the menus and have it auto save. So we're good. The baler with the collector does not like elevation changes. So when I went over the hill there, it didn't like it a lot. So the key is, until they figure out a fix, to try to not put the baler and the collector through too much of an elevation change. Like if I just drove straight through that ditch, it's done for. So we had that happen over at by the lake, by the pond. The first time it happened, I honestly don't know what had happened, because it was just driving through a field like this. I've also had to go a little fruity if we make too tight of a turn. And quite possibly if we unfold the bale tray. See, like it's weird right now. If we unfold the bale tray, it probably is fine. It's just when it's folded up like this, you know, it's kind of a single thing. But yeah, I mean, overall the pack doesn't like anything that changes the bales. So, like if you have the bale capacity mod or liftable bales, I think. So yeah, we're gonna just stop it here. We're gonna unload. Then we're going to unfold it or fold it back up. All right, so now it's free to go. We'll save it and then we'll drive over the ditch. So it should be fine now, because it shouldn't bind up. Right, I mean, we kind of went this way, and then it went crazy, right? But now we can do whatever we want. But I guarantee if I unfold that and try that, it's done for. Okay, we made a couple bales. Oh, look, there's one of my bales. Where did you come from? Oh, maybe I can grab you? That'd be cool. And one of these. One of those. That's okay. We'll, that'll be easy enough to fix. I just need to get all these square bales in the same spot. And then I gotta dig through the save game and find the one bale that's not like all the others and delete it. Yeah, it's a collision problem between the baler and the bale collector. Because like I said, when it's unfolded, right, the tongue on the bale collector retracts so that it forms a rigid attachment to the baler, but it isn't a rigid attachment, right? It's not like one unit. It's still 2 units, but it's just been pulled together such that they don't turn well. But if you turn them too sharp, or you give them too much of a twist or an angle, well, Giant's physics kicks in and things go awry. Yeah, I can do that. I know I've had to do this before, and I don't remember if it was like when FS22 first released. There was an issue with sometimes bales would show up in the shop, or if it was a thing with FS19 where bales would show up in the shop, or when it was. But it had something to do with, well, people would claim it had something to do with when you left bales on an auto-load trailer or something. I think it eventually got patched. But yeah, it's just looking through the XML for where the bales are stored. And then all the bales are going to have X, Y, Z coordinates, right, for where they are on the map. So if all your bales are like over here, right, they're all kind of in the same spot. So you just look for a bale or a set of bales that are just completely not like the others. And then you just delete that bale entry, and poof, the bale goes away. Nope, no frame drops with that many bales. The graphics are powerful with this one. Oops. There we go. Well, Hellhawk, I had a problem. Some bad things happened when I was wrapping, and well, it completely blew the haystack. So I was wrapping, and then, you know, some bad things happened and just completely messed that up. The rest of these, I think, is just like bale creep. Loading and unloading the game so many times. Because, I mean, they're all individual bales. There's a couple hundred over there. Let's just nudge this one. I mean, they looked really good there for a little while. Until one day. More. I'll come back with the round baler and clean that up. Or I could probably come back with the square baler without the chute attached and pick them up. I don't know why, but using this bale grab, it's just relaxing. What do y'all think? Have you all used it? We've done small squares. Yes, we did a lot of small squares on, what's that Canadian map? It's been a while. I think at some point I had 1,500 square bales. Baby bales? I don't know. I had a ton. I definitely know that we made the bale counter roll over. Either that or it went to 4 digits. I don't remember. Bloomfield. Yep, we did it on Bloomfield. It's been like a year or more ago. Because I really like the Arcusin Bale wrap, or the Bale stacker. That thing is a feat of engineering. And I think that should have been a fact sheet when FS22 was coming out. Apparently the show Bale's mod conflicts with this. The straw harvest. I don't know why though. That doesn't make much sense. All right, let's see how many of these we can pick up in the next 7 minutes. Oh yeah, we are a speed demon when we need to run anywhere. Oh no, Dwayne, no, you can have all the fun. Did you get it fixed? Did you get it back? Well, Dwayne was on his way to finding out. And then disaster happened. I mean, we could probably get more in here if I wasn't overly concerned with the straightness. Who's been doing any work on the bale stacking? Bale stacking mode. Yeah, Dwayne was trying to break the game. I think you need more than 500 bales, though. I mean, that's a pretty good load. Altona Gaming, thank you for the 16 months. Farm Baron, or sorry, Farm King membership. Oh, coming in too hot. Hey, watch it. Oh. Silly me driving up on the ramp. All right, we got 3 full stacks. It is 10 o'clock. We'll finish. We'll finish collecting this field. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more to go. 15, 18 bales. So what do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 more up. Oh, boys. This load, she's gonna be top heavy. This is rolling their load territory. What's up, 5th Gen Farms? It does have straps. Remember back when trailers didn't have straps? Ha! That was impossible. Well, I came along at least when physics were a little better in 17. I think in 15 they were way wonky. So what you're saying is Bales have become a lot better in every release. Oh, how far they've come. And how far they can still go. Eleven was like, we can make Bales, but why? Why do you want to be so hard on yourself? Okay, who wants to guess how many 1,000 liters we got? It's not high enough until we can't reach it anymore. There we go. Oh, she's a rockin'. We ain't even moved. 432,000 liters. Oh! Alright, there's the road. truck. She's struggling. Are you now? Okay, there we go. That's where we're going to leave them. We'll see if they show up there when I come back. Or if they're literally all over the place. I mean, we could have put another 3 on there. We could put another whole stack up there. We could have easily got over 500,000 liters. Maybe for another day. That's where we're going to end it for the night. Thanks, guys, for coming out and watching. Today we had a little gremlins in the stream with the darn baler and accumulator combination. The keys are 1. Make sure you don't twist the whole apparatus too much. Because if it's unfolded and it's up against the baler and it twists, it has problems and things can happen. So as long as you're careful, then you can use it without too much of a hassle. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll be back here either live streaming or we'll be working on recording a map, no doubt. Hope you all have yourself a good week. Again, next week, Tuesday of next week, I'm going to be heading out to Louisville, Kentucky, where I'll be there for the National Farm Machine Show. We will be putting videos in the channel of the show as we go around and look at the massive farm machinery that's going to be there. So hope you all like that. It was a rather popular thing that we did last year, and that's why we're bringing it back. Until next time, happy farming.